Hey guys! So I am back to give you guys the second review for Girl Meets Texas, and this is part 2 of the trilogy. So this is what I'm going to do now. I'm going to give you guys my opinions and my thoughts about what I thought about Girl Meets Texas part 2. Here we go. This episode starts with Lucas and Farkle and Zay in the porch of Papi Joe's house, and Lucas is like, what? I'm Riley's brother? And he's kind of like overthinking it. He's like, why am I Riley's brother? What's happening with her now? And so Riley comes out and she starts to, like, you know, be playful with him and just tries way too much just to be sisterly to him. Isn't it kind of interesting the way that Riley acts like Maya in this scene with Lucas? How she calls him by his nicknames and tries to, like, you know, playfully punch him and stuff like that. I think it was really interesting that's how the writers decided to go with Riley and Lucas being brother and sister. Then Maya comes out and she tells Lucas, you could have gotten hurt, and she almost slips out that she cared about him. And Zay was like, you were talking about yourself, and she's like, no, I wasn't. And I thought that Zay was really funny in this scene especially, but he's always funny, you know. They go to Chubby's, and if you guys know, Chubby's Boy Meets World equals happy Boy Meets World fans. And Farkle ends up eating a bowl. I thought that was a really hilarious scene with him. Yeah, it was really funny. Riley and Lucas dance, and she's trying to explain to him that she always wants to keep him around. She thinks that the best way to do it is for them to have a friendship relationship, not a romantic relationship. And he doesn't agree, obviously, because he sees her differently. He sees her like a romantic interest, but she doesn't want that anymore. And then we see kind of Maya like looking at them from their table to the dance floor, and she's like really sad, and Farkle comforts her. And I thought that was a really sweet moment between the two, because we haven't seen really a lot of moments with them recently, at least that's what I think. You kind of see that he does care about both of them equally, but yeah, he does. I saw on Twitter that someone had made a comparison with Riley and Lucas and Corey and Topanga. You know that episode in Boy Meets World season 3 episode, I don't remember, but I was in an episode where Corey and Topanga break up, and I think it was called The Grass is Always Greener. They kind of made the scene where they're breaking up, paralleled that with the dance floor scene with Riley and Lucas. I don't really know what to think about that, because I do think that both of the shows are different. I mean, there could be a parallel between them, of course, but I don't really think that justifies the fact that they can or cannot get together. Like, I think that the writers have stressed it enough times that Riley and Lucas are not Corey and Topanga, and nobody's gonna be like Corey and Topanga. Not even Sean and Angela were like Corey and Topanga, even though they were really cute together. But Riley and Lucas are not Corey and Topanga. They can be similar, but it doesn't mean that just because it worked out for Topanga, it doesn't mean it's gonna work out for them. And I can also say the same thing for Maya and Lucas. Not saying that I'm a Lucas or I'm a Lucaya shipper. I am neutral. I forgot to explain that. I'm not biased. I'm not trying to be biased. I don't think that you can really compare both shows, really, unless you're just trying to find similarities. But you can't just say, well, yeah, because it happened to them, it's gonna happen to Girl Meets World. But the part where Maya and Riley are pretending to be Zay's girlfriend so that he can impress Vanessa, which was his ex-girlfriend, I thought that was really funny. The nicknames that they gave each other were hilarious, like Hunkalicious and Honey Nugget. Riley's nickname was like Cotton Candy Face. I thought that was really funny. They're so much comfortable now with Zay. I thought that was really well done. And it totally shows that Zay is really becoming part of their group. It's really great, because he's a really funny guy. So then the campfire scene, the famous campfire scene that everybody cannot stop talking about since it first aired. Since it first got announced that there was going to be a campfire scene, the Lucaya scene is going to be so good. Let's talk about it. So Vanessa comes and she invites Zay to ice cream, and then Riley's like to Farkle, let's go get ice cream, and he's like, oh, and then he sees that she's trying to get Lucas and Maya alone in the campfire. And then Maya's like, what are you doing? Like, to Riley, and Riley's like, you need to feel what you need to feel. And then she goes and she tells Lucas that Maya has been having feelings all this time. That creates a really big issue between everything. That's like the biggest groundbreaking thing that's ever happened on this show. Then Riley leaves and Lucas is still distraught because he still doesn't think of himself as Riley's brother. Maya, she seems a little hurt just because he keeps thinking about Riley and he's not really thinking about what he just found out. And then when he does, he's like, "Do you like me?" And Maya's like, "No." The part where it's really funny was when she's like, "I didn't want you to get conceited when you won the bowl competition," and I thought that was really funny and a great way to break the tension between them. So then she's like, "Let's just stare at this fire in front of us," and he can't look away from her. That's really the interesting thing. He can't look away from her after Riley told him that Maya liked him. He keeps asking her, like, "Why do you make fun of me? Do you actually like me?" And Maya keeps making fun of him and he's like, "Stop," and she keeps going and going and their faces are really close and he grabs her face. That's like, wow, what happened there? They're both like really shocked. He lets go of her face. She's like, "Why did you do that?" She's really upset, but at the same time more shocked than anything. And I heard there's like a rumor that there was actually a kiss between them, that there was like a deleted scene where they actually did kiss. Now if there actually was a kiss, I would be okay with that, of course, but the reason why I think more than anything that the writers did not add that in is because maybe they didn't really feel that it was the right time for them to kiss. I mean, we just found out like last episode that Maya had feelings for Lucas, so if they just kiss right now, I don't think that would have been the right decision. I'm glad that he kept the kiss out if it happened. I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying it's not. I don't know if it happened, okay? Don't quote me on that. But if they did, then I don't think it's really because of Disney, because they've had kisses with other people in other shows, like Wizards of Waverly Place, or I think Austin and Ally too, or Hannah Montana even, or Sweet Life. I'm just like repeating all those shows that I used to watch when I was a kid. But yeah, those shows, they did have kisses, and they didn't take them out, but except for Austin and Ally. I feel like it didn't have to do with Disney. It really had to do with maybe them thinking that they didn't think they were ready yet to take the Lucaya relationship to that level of intimacy. Maybe it will happen in season 3. Like, you guys can hope for anything, okay? Anything can happen in season 3, especially when they're talking about feelings, and especially when they're talking about our feelings. Like, have you read that tweet that they posted a few days ago where they're like, "We're gonna play a lot with your feelings"? It was so, oh my gosh. But yeah. But so hope, you guys can hope, because hope is not for suckers. So then, going back to it, Maya does finally reveal that she does like Lucas to him. She tells him that she thinks that he is a good guy. I know a lot of people are saying they're feeling for Maya because they think that when she said that she thinks he's a good guy is because she feels that she can never have him because he is such a good guy, that she is not good enough for him. And it's really sad if that's the truth, if she actually does think of him like that, and she does feel like he's really unattainable, the relationship with him is really unattainable. I really do feel for her, because everybody deserves happiness with the right guy, with a good guy, with a good person. And then they just sit beside the fire again, and then the scene cuts to the next day, and Lucas is at the I keep forgetting this. He's at stalls. He's at the stalls. Yeah, he's at the stalls, and he's talking to the sheep and the bull. And I know, obviously, the sheep is Riley, and the bull is Maya. And he's talking to them, and he's saying, "You guys are gentle, and love you guys so much, but you guys are nothing like Riley and Maya." He also said to the sheep, he admitted he was scared of her in the beginning, but as time went on, he really started to like her. And then when he turned to the bull, he's like, "You've always given me nightmares. I've always been afraid of you. But now that I know that I have a chance with you, it's the scariest thing in my life, just to think of that." So I know a lot of you are saying, "Oh yeah, Lucaya is gonna happen," because he rode the bull and he didn't fall off sooner than he rode the sheep. So it just has to happen, right? No. I don't think that's really a clue that's saying, "Oh yeah, he's so gonna be with Maya just because he stayed on the bull 2 seconds longer." I think that, like, for me, what I got out of it is that he fell off of both. Just like relationships, you can fall off a sheep or you can fall off a bull. You just still fall off. Sorry, the video cut. That's just my opinion. Like, maybe I'm wrong, and maybe this is a clue that Lucaya will get together. I don't know. But maybe. I don't know. That's just my view. But if you guys have different opinions, it could be right, it could be wrong, I don't know. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you like it, then like it. If you want to comment, just comment. Tell me what do you think of the episode. If you agree or disagree, I am okay with it. Also, subscribe if you like these videos. I'll be back because I'll be doing the third part of the trilogy now. I'll be back. Don't go anywhere again. And yeah, so bye.